Hey there, gang. Time to unbox some more comic books. As always, I have no idea what is actually in this box, so we're going to take a look. If you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. And yes, as always, I have no idea what is in this box, but it is my job to take everything out and to put some grades on them so that they can be sold on eBay. The seller name is .com Comics. No idea what we're going to find. Could be almost anything, and I got to tell you, based on these bags that we're looking at, they're kind of, not going to lie to you, they're kind of scuzzy looking. My hopes are strong that we're going to see maybe something different than what we normally see. As I've told you before, when it's Silver, Bronze Age, Marvel, DC, we tend to find those in collections that have them in nice, clean, new bags with backing boards. Like this, could be anything. So please do like, share, subscribe, comment away, do all the groovy things, and let's not waste any time. Let's grab the first stack out of the box here. And I will warn you up front, I'm not maybe going to be as boisterous as I sometimes am. It's a little late at night here, and sainted wife Sheila has already gone to bed. And so I'm trying to be a little, I'm trying to tone it down just a bit. So, well, this first thing is pretty neat. That's Charlton Comics. So yeah, here is something not only that I rarely see, but I've never seen this before. Six Gun Heroes presents Jingles and, I almost said Wilbur, but it's Wild Bill Hickok. This thing with the horseshoes makes that hard to read. I have no idea who Jingles is. Is this guy Jingles? Yeah, it says Good Luck Jingles. I have no idea who that is. That almost looks like Alan Ladd. It looks like the skipper. put a sailor's hat on him, and maybe that's the skipper instead of Jingles. I have no idea who Jingles is. It must be, well, no, Wild Bill Hickok is semi-fictional, kind of based on a real person. But Wild Bill looks like Roy Rogers here. So, there's an arrival stamp here. You can see it's upside down, but we can see it's July 15th, 1957. Wow. Here's a Dell comic, the Cisco Kid. That's nice. Another Dell Cisco Kid with now what do you think? Does the painting look like the photo? He's looking a lot more Mexican. He's looking like some just white guy playing a Mexican, which is a thing that they used to do. Here's another Cisco Kid. So I guess I have to confess, I don't know. Was the Cisco Kid based on a series of movies, a TV show? I don't know. I don't recall any such thing. Oh, that's written on the bag here, not on the book. That's good. Buffalo Bill Jr. Wow, I wonder if this whole box is going to be Westerns. That would be neat. Although Westerns generally don't sell very well for us at all. They go for way under market value on eBay. So if any of these things to appeal to you, usually it's about a week or so after I do the video that it goes through the lister, the person who will scan the books and take my grades and actually do the listings for eBay. And then, well, not always quite a week, because we got a new guy who's doing pretty good on putting together a lot of multi-book lots. So he's a little backlogged. It might be a little more than a week. In order to get it scheduled and up. This, by the way, is actually a four-color number 798. And I don't know if Buffalo Bill Jr. ever actually had a series of his own. And again, this is a photo cover, so was Buffalo Bill Jr. a TV show? It's, the Cisco Kid, these are not things that played on television when I came home from school when I was a kid in the 70s. Not so much in the 80s, but in the 70s. Here's actually that same issue. Also says 1957. Here's another four-color, 781, Fury. This looks like it was based on a Disney movie. As a matter of fact, is that Johnny Cochran, who did a lot of Disney movies? This belonged to Ronald M. Who is that? Leeds, maybe? But yeah, that's got the look of a Disney movie to it, doesn't it? Although it would say, you would think it would say Walt Disney's Fury, so maybe, I mean, just possibly, I don't know what I'm talking about. And, if you're not real seasoned in collecting comics or older comics, a Four Color is a series from Dell, and it was essentially a series of one-shots. Like, every issue was a different thing, and usually it was licensed properties, cartoon characters or movies or things like that. And they actually wouldn't always arrive on the newsstands in the same order they were numbered, because I guess they were numbered, as the productions were assigned, and released in the order they were actually finished. I believe, that's my presumption. And there's a couple of numbers that actually don't exist, but this series ended, I think, in 1962 and went all the way up to like 1,300 issues. I think it was like 1,382 or something like that. And so it's a pretty good series. There are a couple of collectors out there who have complete runs, which is a hard thing to do. But the Four Color books generally don't go for a lot on eBay, except for some of the early, Donald Duck ones and things like that. Some of the more popular photo covers, and it's called Four Color, and that's really something that was assigned by the fans later on in like the 60s and 70s, because the first few issues actually said Four Color on the on the cover, but that wasn't a title. That was just indicating to the buyer that it was a full color comic book, Four Color. But that's just how it came to be known historically, because what other title are you going to call it by? And the price guides wanted to, because the numbering was sequential, you didn't want to have these price guides having, a different title for every issue. And see, the thing is, if you look inside here, the indicia, the publishing information, if you didn't know better, you think this was Fury number 781. You would think there were 780 previous issues of Fury. But no, the number there was just to indicate that this was a continuing series, in the sense, we've talked about this before. Distributors and retailers, they liked that high number. It indicated that it was a tried and tested product that consumers would flock to, would purchase. So you didn't want, Fury number 1, Buffalo Jr. number 1, Rex Allen number 1. And so because they were all numbered sequentially, again, in the 60s, when people started putting together price guides, the decision was made early on by whoever was in charge of making those decisions to list it as one listing, as opposed to 781 different series. But occasionally, when Dell would publish an ongoing series, and I don't know if they did a regular Fury series, but if they had, and there had been 4 previous issues of Fury in the Four Color line, then the first issue of the regular Fury series would often be like number 5. They'd avoid doing that number 1, and they would number it based on how many previous issues, how many previous one-shots there had been in part of the Four Color line. I don't know how well I'm explaining this. Again, I'm trying not to be too loud. I'm concerned that Sheila's sleeping in the next room, and it's kind of affecting my train of thought a little bit. So here is, now this is actually a Rex Allen title. This isn't the Four Color. That looks a lot more like Mr. Ed than it does whatever Rex Allen's horse's name was. That is quite the jacket. That's like a disco rodeo right there. I don't know. I Love Lucy. Nice. She's is that on the bag or on her? No, I think that's on the bag. No, I think it's on her. That would be too bad. Let's take a look. It's on her. Too bad. And John signed his name there. John, and what else does this say? I can't read what this one says. That might say John too. Oh, and here it says Johnny. Guess old John was having an identity crisis and trying out some different identities. Am I a John? Am I a Johnny? I wonder what issue number it is. It has the feel of an early issue. Well, now it's number 22. How do you think You think the artist here, I don't know who the artist was, but do you think the artist did a good job of capturing the likenesses of Lucy and the gang? They made Ethel look about 80 years old. Roy Rogers and Trigger. That was initially Roy Rogers, but towards the end of the run, it added Trigger. I guess they thought that people would, young buyers of the day were into horses. I don't know. And they did the same thing with Gene Autry towards the end of the Gene Autry series. See, this is number 115, 1957. They added Champion to the book. Although Champion appeared in, all issues, as did Trigger, but they added the horse to the cover logo. And this is Jace Pearson's Tales of the Texas Rangers, 4-color number 1021. And that's got the look and feel of a TV series. Huh. Well, this is a cool box. I'm pretty excited about what else we're going to find in here. It's another little stack. Gene Autry and Champion. What's the name on this one? Does that say Rita? It does. You wouldn't believe it, but girls once bought comic books. I know, I've got a few female viewers who will... But it's true. In the aggregate, there aren't a lot of female comic buyers. More now, I think, than there were in the 80s and the 90s. But this is Rita Ludden? Hard to say. Milton Caniff, Steve Canyon. That's based on the comic strip. And that's a 4-color book, number 804. Gun Glory. Try and publish a book today called Gun Glory. People would lose their minds. Well, this is obviously based on a movie classic. I don't think it's a classic because I've never heard of it. Who is this? It looks, well, I was going to say it looks a little like Jimmy Stewart, but I don't think it does. Well, now I'm going to have to go to Netflix and Prime and HBO Max and see if I can find the movie Gun Glory. Here's Rex Allen again. In nice pink tassels there, Rex. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The gay caballero. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to say it, but that is so gay. That is one gay looking outfit. With these great big owl eyes to boot. Good Lord. Wear that walking down the street today. I dare you. And this is John Semples is the original owner. Oh, here's Rita again. Rita Lucero. Zane Grey's Stories of the West. Nice. Luke Short's Savage Range. I think Luke Short is kind of like a Zane Grey. I'm not 100% sure. You can let me know in the comments below if I've got that right or wrong. Probably wrong. Look at that. Those crazy cows are going to knock him right off the cliff. Well, I don't think he's going to shoot all of them in time. Sergeant Preston of the Yukon. That's cool. He looks like, what's his name there on Magnum P.I.? And this is not a 4-color. This is its own series, and this looks like John is still testing out different names. Tarzan. And this is the actual title, not a 4-color. And I don't know the name of this. This is not Johnny Weissmuller. I don't know his name. I should know it. I should know it because I've processed enough Tarzan books in my life. But Tarzan doesn't do well at all. You would think it would, but it doesn't. That's Tarzan number 75. We can see written on the bag. This monkey's looking a little... This monkey's all about the bananas. This monkey is all about Tarzan. Again, not that there's anything wrong with that. All right. Let's grab some more here. Ooh, a giant comic. Western Roundup. 25 cents. I'll have to figure out pop up on the screen. How much was 25 cents in whenever this was? Probably 56, 57. Lassie, how do you like that? Huh. Brave, loyal, soon to face her test of fire. Huh. There's another Lassie. It's an earlier issue. It's MGM's Lassie. Just to make sure you know who owns it. Some of these bags are stuck together. That's number 16. This is Lassie playing, what's the thing with the goons? Popping the goons? Some little goon walking through the forest, picking up the field mice and bopping them on the head. That's what she's doing. Sorry. had a little tangent there. And look at that. Lassie's going to flag the train, just like Bill Grogan's goat. Let me know if you were ever a Boy Scout and you know who Bill Grogan's goat is. Now Lassie is playing not sheepdog. What are the things that carry the medical chest full of whiskey? St. Bernard's. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Here's another Lassie. Lots of Lassie. Lassie doesn't do well at all. These are in here for me to process as singles, but if it were up to me, I probably would put these Lassies in a lot, even though they're in decent condition. Just because this deer has like rubber legs. Look at that. I don't know if deer's legs actually are rounded like that. But I would probably, if it were up to me, I would put these Lassies in like small lots just because they don't do well. These will be lucky to hit $10, I bet you. I bet you. The Littlest Outlaw, and see, this one does say Walt Disney. This one is in very good shape, though. Not very good shape at all. That's a 4-color. Last Train from Gun Hill. That is not safe handling of that firearm there, buddy. And is that Kurt? No, not Kurt. Yes. Kurt Russell's father. What was his name? I want to say Jack Russell, but that's a terrier. No, it's Kurt Russell is the father. No, Kurt Russell's father was... Who is that? Oh, I'm going to have to look it up. Huh. I know the name. Brave Eagle. And this is another John book. And again, he's not sure if he's John or Johnny's. Signing them both just to be sure. And this is again another white guy cast as an Indian. Which, I don't know. Let's not go there. I'm not going to be able to have that discussion without pissing one of you off. A Promise of Peace, Broken Arrow. This isn't Broken Arrow, is a Jimmy Stewart movie, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Although you think if they were doing a comic book based on a Jimmy Stewart movie, they'd have put Jimmy Stewart on the cover. Let's see. I think that's not Jimmy Stewart, but I thought Broken Arrow was a Jimmy Stewart movie. Maybe they made two. It was a remake. I don't know. Red Ryder Ranch Comics. Red Ryder and what was the little Indian's name? I forget his name. Lone Ranger. And I knew that eventually we would come across some Lone Ranger books. If this thing was going to be Western the whole way. And these are some early ones. These kind of predate the, well, I don't know if they predate the Clayton Moore, because he is in the blue jumpsuit. But they're not photo covers. Painted covers. This one's in pretty good shape. This one's in pretty good shape. That's a cool cover. I like that. I kind of want that one for myself. There's a Clayton Moore cover. Clayton Moore was the coolest dude. He and Jay Silverheels. Ooh, very nice. And this is Magazine Enterprises, so we don't often see many books by them. The Adventures of Robin Hood, number 8. Well, there's an Errol Flynn cover. I don't know if there are too many comic books with Errol Flynn photo covers, but that's cool. Seen coast to coast on CBS, starring Richard Green. Well, is that Richard Green and not Errol Flynn? Some of you have been probably screaming at your screens this whole while, going, "You idiot! That's not Errol Flynn." Well, the picture was a little fuzzy. I didn't know. Here's Dale Evans. What's her dog's name? Was the dog? I'm assuming, since there's the dog again, that the dog was a regular character of some kind. Dale Evans. Then I'm sorry. I'm going to get myself in trouble again, but all this photo makes me think of is angry lesbian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I don't know. Did Dale Evans not have a horse of her own? She had to ride a dog? What's up with that? Oh, there's a horse. And this is Rita's book. So Rita liked Dale Evans. There you go. Queen of the West, Dale Evans. The Big Land, a movie classic. Nice. King of the Royal Mounted. All brand new stories. Another King of the Royal Mounted. He's about to get wet. That's what she said. I'm the worst. Some more Tarzan. 58. Nice. Feels like there's two in there, but I guess that's just a thicker book. Roy Rogers and Trigger. Roy's... Who's the gymnast who wasn't impressed? Michaela. She was just in the news recently. Michaela Mulrooney. Michaela Mulrooney is not impressed, and that's Roy Rogers doing his best Michaela look. Roy doesn't look too impressed. Tales of Wells Fargo. No, I've never seen it, but I believe that was a TV show. I've got a 6-gun cure for strong box fever. Well, there's some innuendo there. I'm just the worst. I'm sorry. All right. Here's another stack. All Westerns. This is cool. Ben Bowie and his Mountain Men. That's a cool cover. Got the red coat there. Nice. Nice. More Zane Grey, Stories of the West. Actually, we've already seen this one. I remember the title, Twin Sombreros. 30,000 on the hoof. I guess that means something to somebody. I don't know what that even means. $30,000 on the hoof, maybe? On the hoof just means living, alive. Every shot counts with lone gun. Now, Cheyenne? I think it's Cheyenne. That was a TV show, I think. Again, I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure that was a TV show. A perfect target in a killer's gun sight. Oh, my. Oh, my. Here's more Tarzan. That same guy whose name I don't know. Tom Thumb. MGM presents a George Pal production. Look, there it is. That's the production. Huh. That's cool. And that's a 4-color book number, what is it? 870, no, 972. Walt Disney's The Sword and the Rose, not The Sword and the Stone, but The Sword and the Rose. That looks like Prince, doesn't it? If Prince had ever done a pirate movie, there you go. Annie Oakley and her horse Tag. There you go. Zorro, sweet. Nice. That's a 4-color, 882. Isn't that the one we just saw? No, I guess not. She dared to defy one man's law. Red Rider Comics. Nice. Golden West Rodeo Treasury. Number 1. That's a big, thick book. A big, thick book. All right, well, let's make this the last stack here. And oh, wait a second. Is the next? Oh, okay. Well, the last couple of books in this stack will give us a preview of what tomorrow's video is going to be all about. It might chase some of you away, I don't know. The Oklahoman is a movie. More Sergeant Preston. Roy Rogers comics. Guess Roy likes fishing. This just screams 50s, doesn't it? Huh. Looks like a L.L. Bean catalog. Roy Rogers and Trigger. That one's in rough shape. That's one I might recommend putting in a lot. I'll have to go through all of these and decide. I think a lot of the lower grade ones are going to go in multi-book lots. Dragoon Wells Massacre. Huh. Another Tarzan. Just those teeth. I'm like, that's Donny Osmond. That's who that is. Gene Autry and Champion. The Count of Monte Cristo. Cristo, excuse me, not Crisco. The Lennon Sisters. Wow, there's something. Huh. The Lennon Sisters were on Lawrence Welk. Is that right? And they had mysteries together. That's crazy. Wow. Huh. They didn't get too many Lennon Sisters comic books, I don't think. I wonder how many books they had. I wonder if they had any YA novels. They probably wouldn't have called them YA novels then, but huh. Well, yeah, they were a singing group, and I think they were on Lawrence Welk. Captain Davy Jones of the Monkees? Because that's looking a lot more like Mickey than Davy, but and there's Mike with the wool hat. Prince Valiant, nice. Trial by Arms, very, very nice. It's another Rita book. And so here we go. The last book that we're going to do today, and this is another John. Oh, that looks like Gonzalez. Huh. And so the next few books that I saw here in the box were Archie's. So we might have a switch over here. Tomorrow's video might be all Archie. I'm not sure. But if you're dying to find out, come back tomorrow, and by golly, we will find out together, you and I. And until then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other. Hey there, gang. Time to unbox some more manly voice.